Abortions. I've had a few,
Right.
but then again, I can't remember exactly how many.
What, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't this come up in last week's episode where we were just talking about abortions?
Because I was just letting you run with it.
Reveal everything.
I can't remember. Yeah, I think maybe like, I want to say 5, 4 or 5.
Yeah, I've had about 5 too.
4, 5, 10, 100, who cares? Who's counting? Am I right, ladies? After all, life begins at 40, doesn't it? You absolute slay queens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Bad Bitch O'Clock over on the Miss Me podcast with our lovely hosts, pop star and would-be gutter princess Lily Allen, and her fellow Nepo baby and lifelong bestie from the hood being the exceedingly affluent Ladbroke Grove in London.
This place, and a lot of shit in there.
We were in pantomimes every Christmas time here.
A lifelong bestie from the hood, Miquita Olvier. No, do not adjust your TV sets. That's the Miquita Olvier, albeit looking a little Ozempic'd out. Blast from the past, am I right? The former hostess of Pop World. Who remembers watching Pop World?
You were arrested in October for slapping a lady in a Chinese restaurant. Punching! Excuse me. Okay, so it was all right though. Did you have to serve any prison time?
No, it was dropped. The case was dropped.
Is she all right? Did she hurt herself? Was she bleeding?
She's all right.
She dead?
She was
Did you kill her? You kill a woman?
Yep, those were the days. No social media, nursing a hangover on a Saturday morning watching Pop World, am I right? Mind you, it was so long ago. Would I have had a hangover? I was tired and I enjoyed Pop World. I remember that much. Now, what have Lily Allen and Miquita Olvier been getting up to for the last few years? Where have they been hiding? Well, they've only gone and started a bloody podcast. And can you imagine what they talk about? These two women in their 40s.
I'd get pregnant all the time. All the time.
They talk about men and sex.
It's a sex people.
And STDs and killing babies in this episode.
Just talking about abortions.
So let's see what these two dying stars, as they enter their white dwarf phase, right before they implode, what have they got for us? What wisdom do they have to impart? Let's find out.
Who's Daniel Boland? Oh, Daniel Boland, this is a heavy hitter. Do you guys know who this is?
Looking back, I think I went onto the mini pill when I was about 14, 15, and somehow we were meant to navigate our hormones, our emotions, being a woman anyway, and also being on contraception at such a young age. And yet we're always described as being the mad ones, or, women are always mental. And it's like we've been pumping ourselves full of hormones the majority of our lives.
Yikes, good luck to that lady's husband. Okay, so we've got our first hysterical caller on the line here, and I think this clip will give you an idea of what the podcast's like. I find it really funny when you get people who have experiences that are happening to them consistently, but they assume it's a problem with society.
If there's nothing wrong with me, maybe there's something wrong with the universe.
So men have been calling this lady mental her whole life, and so she assumes that all men everywhere think all women are crazy, and she's looking for reasons. Why might that be? Instead of looking inward, she's going, I think it might be the pill. You know how we're all on the pill and have been forever.
Well, it's always on us, I feel, isn't it? Even if it is condoms, which I suppose are male-led contraception. It's always our problem. Let's be fucking honest.
Just a thought here, and I'm going to generalise a little bit, because I have heard women say stuff like this in the past. Has it ever occurred to you that the men you're sleeping about with willy-nilly are scumbags? Total scumbags. Borderline psychopathic, That's why they don't give a shit about contraception or anything like that. It's because they're scum.
Absolutely, always. You deal with this. I love when you've just slept with a man and then they go, are you on anything? It's like, well.
I love it when you've just had sex with a guy and he's like, what? Excuse me. Get out! Is your boyfriend or husband watching? I don't know if she has one. My team hasn't finished the research. Look, I don't know, right? I don't want any of you watching this thinking that I'm some kind of Puritan, all right? I know in my last video I went on a long rant about how I didn't like people speaking too candidly about their sex lives, you know, the too much information. That's not the case here. I don't have a problem with the conversation these two are having per se, okay? But there are a lot of rules on the Daniel Boland show, all right? You don't talk candidly about sex. You don't talk dismissively about sex either. You don't say, you know, you just fuck someone, right? And they turn to you and they're like, you want anything? What? Imagine hearing your significant other. I can just feel like a prickling heat. I'm like imagining my wife on a podcast saying something like that. Divorce, I would say. No, you can't talk about things. You can't talk about things like abortion and sex and stuff like this as though it's just nothing. I replay things that I've said to people in my head for years. Sexual escapades, that is just a whole nother level of traumatizing for them. No, but you know what I mean. Nobody knows what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Let me know if you know what I mean.
I have an IUD now. I think I'm on my 3rd, maybe 4th. And I just remember before that was a complete disaster area. Like, I was just, I'd get pregnant all the time. All the time.
Oh, no, Lily, that is unfortunate. I wonder how that happened, eh? Up until about 2 years ago, maybe, it never really clicked for me. All my life I've been listening to people talking about how, she accidentally got pregnant. Well, it was an accident. I assumed, that people said that kind of thing in good faith, that they meant something accidental had happened in that process, something broke. Or, something didn't quite go right in the process. We're not going to go into details, but you get the idea,
Were you fertile like me in those days?
Oh, yeah.
Because,
What I didn't realise is, and I think I've mentioned this in other videos, what I did not realise is that huge amounts of people are going around having unprotected sex and just, crossing their fingers, basically.
I don't use condoms!
Now, we all do stupid things when we're younger. But these two women sitting here telling us how they've had 5 abortions, I don't understand, A, how that isn't traumatic, and B, how the fuck does that happen 5 times? How does it happen that you're having unprotected sex and you're just thinking, I'm sure I won't get pregnant again, and then a couple of months go by, because, I guess that's when they start to notice that something's not right, and they're like, I wonder what that could be. Oh, you'll never guess what. Again, I'm pregnant again. Yes, that's what happens. I don't understand. The callousness as well, the way they're talking about it is just a whole other topic. But the stupidity, surely it's traumatic getting a baby dragged out of you. How do you allow that to happen 5 times? And, of course, the men, too, who are going around who just don't give a fuck. Like I said, the psychopaths. It's like they cannot lose any amount of gratification. Everything just has to be pure, fuck it, pleasure, do what I want. I've got to say the women are stupider in this context, in this particular situation. It's mental that you would allow that to happen to your body 5 times. That's mad in my eyes.
I said today to someone, I was like, I actually don't know if Lily's had an abortion. I didn't know. Okay, God. See, why didn't we talk about that?
Abortions. I've had a few. Right. But then again, I can't remember exactly how many.
What, really?
Yeah.
Why didn't this come up in last week's episode where we were just talking about abortions?
Because I was just letting you run with it.
Reveal everything.
I can't remember, yeah. I think maybe want to say 5, 4 or 5.
Yeah, I've had about 5 too. Lily, I'm so happy I can say that and you can say it and no one came to shoot us down.
No judgment.
No judgment.
Well, I guess that's my cue. That's where I come in. Judgment. Here you are. You're going to hell. No, I don't even know what to say. The lack of respect for yourself, for the men you've been with, for the unborn. It's terrifying.
We've had about the same amount of abortions. So
I remember once getting pregnant and the man paying for my abortion and me thinking it was so romantic.
I actually think that is romantic. Do you not think that's romantic? Whoops.
The way they're in hysterics, they're just laughing about it. Look, I'm not going to sit here and get all on my moral high horse as though I really care about what these two trollops got up to over the last 15 years. I don't care. It is staggering to me that they think that they're treating it like this. Good for them, I guess, if that's how they cope.
Am I an idiot?
What? Getting rid of the problem.
No, but
let me take care of this. Really? Okay.
If you're both let's not do this. I don't want it. No, neither do I. Oh shit, I don't have any money. Okay, well I can sort that out.
No, I don't think it's generous or romantic. Think about how long that investment, how much is it? Like 500 quid?
Yeah.
Kids are a lot more expensive.
They're like, yeah, I'll pay that.
They're like, yeah, I've got you, babe. Don't worry about it. I really care about you. I really care about you.
Within the swimming around all
Tell
these.
you how romantic it was. I don't think he texted me after.
Shove the cash in your mouth, told you to fuck off and never call him again.
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Who is this?
I mean, fair, TBH. I was a fucking crazy bitch, still am.
Right, got it. Yeah, when did I first get, I mean, I was very excited. I felt like I was like a woman and we went down to, St. Charles Square Sexual Health Clinic, just off Ladbroke Grove, and you bump into everyone from school like, hi, it's my time as well.
Utterly cretinous. I mean, I guess they're just a couple of divvy Nepo babies, and I'm overthinking this really. I mean, I don't know how much all of you know about these two. Lily Allen's parents, her mother was a producer and her father was an actor. He was in a scene in Trainspotting.
Terribly sorry, I can't go to 19.
And as for Miquita, her mother is a TV and radio presenter, and what am I getting at here? I guess I'm looking for reasons as to why they have such a warped view of reality. Their lack of morals. I think it comes down to armchair psychology again here. The sort of nouveau riche privilege that they grew up in. Parents who basically got lucky. And what advice are you going to pass on to your kids? Because you're an actor and a TV presenter who happened to get the job. It's, what are you going to tell them? Just be what you want. I mean, Miquita stopped going to school at about 13, and then at 16, she was presenting one of the biggest shows on TV. Out of nowhere. Which was crazy. 16, Miquita Oliver, when she was presenting Pop World. That's mental, all right? What am I saying? I'm saying they're not of good stock, all right? I don't know. There's got to be an explanation, hasn't there? Why is Lily Allen finding it so funny talking about all the abortions she's had, and then on the other hand, she breaks down in tears in Calais?
I apologise on behalf of my country. I'm sorry for what we've put you through.
Why?
What about having sex unprotected and then being like, I need the morning after pill, and then you're just being like, I'll just do it tomorrow. It'll be fine.
So you had sex education. You didn't miss that day.
It wasn't one day.
Oh, I missed it all. So I don't know.
But that's because you left school and you're like 13. But okay.
Fuck off, so did you.
Have you got any weird ways of preventing pregnancy that you would not recommend really anymore?
Praying.
Hoping for the best.
Drink a whole bottle of gin and get in a really excruciatingly hot bath. But I think that's just
old wives' tale.
The patriarchy's just inventing something to make someone feel awful about themselves, like
neck a bottle of gin,
massive gin hangover, and also like first, second degree burns. You dirty bitch. Serves you right.
Look, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I laughed several times watching this podcast. Lily Allen's surprisingly witty for a person who I agree on nothing with, I think. Sure, I came here wanting to hate on them both, but I've got fond memories of Miquita too on Pop World. That was a big part of my teenage years.
What?
Do you watch T4?
I watch every moment. I tape it. I tape all the bits. Here's Hollyoaks. That was Hollyoaks. Now I'm interviewing a man. That was a man. Here's Hollyoaks. I love it. I know you've been busy. You're very busy with T4. Also, there's all that carrying Lily Allen around in a bag stuff. That,
Oh my God, I can't believe you have a picture.
And, you know, I've got a soft spot for her. And to be fair, Lily Allen, all right, bit cringe breaking down in Calais about the immigrants and saying she'd take them into her house and then not taking them into her house and then crying again when she had squatters in her house saying she was going to be homeless. And then she married the guy from Stranger Things, you know, the one who wants to punch all the Nazis in the face.
We will, as per Chief Jim Hopper, punch some people in the face when they seek to destroy the meat of the
So, you know, there's a lot of cringe things about Lily Allen, but she seems like a bit of a laugh. Gotta be honest. I don't have to be honest. I'm going to be honest. How nuanced and balanced can you get, eh?
Talking about women being crazy. So the word hysteria is literally based around the crazy of a woman because of the womb within her.
Yeah, it's not very often is the word hysteria or hysterical used in association with a man.
It's also fucking hysterical.
Last time I had a coil put in, I went to sleep and Donald Trump was president. The election hadn't been called. This was not this time round. This was the last time round. And I woke up and the first thing the surgeon said to me was, "You'll be pleased to know Joe Biden's just been announced as the winner." It's like, wow, the world has changed. I can no longer get pregnant, and Joe Biden is the president of the United States.
So you woke up to the news that there was a new president and you had a new coil.
Correct. The new coil wasn't news. I did know that was going to happen. I'd be pissed off if they'd been like, just thought I would put this in here. Don't want you procreating.
So, another funny clip there. So, what are my conclusions about Lily Allen and Miquita Olvier? I think they're just doing what they can. You know, they've survived their Nepo baby upbringing. Lily Allen's had a decent pop career. Miquita's done some stuff. They're all right. They're going to have some wishy-washy ideas. They're going to think it's funny that they've had loads of abortions, which is crazy. They're going to go to Calais and cry. They're going to do a podcast which is watched by 10,000 people where all they do is talk about coils. But can I hate them? I don't think I can. They're not in my. They're not on my list, I'm afraid. Maybe they might be. If I kept watching, they probably would be, wouldn't they? I don't know. What do you think? Are they evil? Are they okay? Are they somewhere in between? Was this all a bit of a nothing burger, as somebody said about my Charlize Theron video? I'm sure you'll have some wild conspiracy theories to write in the comments, but I don't know. That's my hot take. If you've enjoyed the video at any point, like the video, let the algorithm, let the universe know what a lovely time you've had, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Follow me on X and on Instagram and Patreon if you want to help out with the channel even further and get some access to some exclusive videos. All the links are under this video in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Indiscriminately bombing anything in front of him.
Indiscriminately bombing
is waging a form of genocide.
Wow. Indiscriminate bombing